Hello and welcome to the review of the Xiaomi Pad 5. These are my thoughts on the device. First off, it weighs about 511 grams and the display is 11 inches. It is an IPS LCD with 120 Hz. So it's not OLED, it's IPS. And the resolution is 1600 by 2560 pixels. So it's wide quad HD basically. So the display is very good with a pixel density of 274 pixels per inch. No complaints on the display. Possibly it's the brightness, but it's not too bad, so the display, great. And the platform, it uses Android 11 with the MIUI interface, 12.5 MIUI. And as chipset, it uses the Snapdragon 860, 7 nanometers. And the processor is an octa-core with a GPU which is the Adreno 640. The storage is 128 GB. You can choose to upgrade to 265. I chose the 128, that is the standard model, with 6 GB of RAM. And the camera uses a 13 megapixel back lens with an aperture of 2.0. It can record at 4K at 30 FPS. And we can see some footage right here. And the front-facing camera, it's only 8 megapixels or only, so it records at 1080p. And I mean, you can see some footage here, but both cameras, they are pretty good, in my opinion. They are sharp, they don't grain very much, as I feel like most tablet cameras can do. So if you want a good camera, you can do that. And then we come to the sound. It uses 4 speakers, which makes the sound great. Like, it's really good sound, and normally you watch a lot of videos, Netflix, YouTube on your tablet, so great there, you want good speakers. And the ports, it only comes with USB-C, which is basically everything you need, but there's no 3.5mm headphone jack, so be aware of that. And the battery, it comes with a 8720 mAh battery with fast charging. So no complaints there as well, which will last you all day, longer even, so no problems there. And then we come to the price. The price is around $350 these days. It's not super cheap, but it's not expensive. It's very good price point considering what you get, the good display and the maxed out specs overall, speakers and everything, the camera. But the big problem is obviously the system, the optimization, the way that Android normally hasn't been transferred well to the tablet world. But I feel like the MIUI, they have done a good job, and we can take a look at it right now. Okay, so first let's go through some camera features. If you go to the camera app, as we can see, we get these different options. One of the most interesting for me is the document scanning. So this you can use to scan documents, that you want to have scanned in and then maybe used as a PDF or something else. And the video, of course, we get the different options, 4K, 1080p and 720p. And the photos, we can see it has HDR and it has some AI improvements, AI camera also. So it's pretty good. You can choose the aspect ratio, you can choose the interval, maybe you want a movie frame. So there are a lot of options here. And night, when you are shooting low light situations, that is quite important. And then we got some else here. So a lot of nice features here. Let's go to the basically how it's like to browse. For me, it is very smooth and very nice. Like for instance, the scrolling experience is very smooth. So that is important when you surf, of course. And then also It's very quick, very responsive. When you press something, it just acts very quickly, so it's nice for surfing. So thumbs up there. And then we get to the games. Yeah, the speakers, they're loud. That's good. Let's just decrease the volume here. I mean, it's pretty good, but I had, like, the performance is very good, so that's great. But I had some problems with how it was optimized, how some things looked. For example, this one, I don't think you will see it, but you can see that it's not as well optimized. And especially it's noticeable when you put the giant skeleton out. Yeah, but overall, and this game is capped at 60 FPS, but overall the 120 Hz and the high resolution and the good processor and GPU is a great recipe for the performance in games. If we just look at Subway Surfers, I mean, it runs super smoothly, and this also uses the high resolution and, let's see here, the high resolution and the 120 FPS. So this is really nice, extremely smooth. I don't think you can see it, but I can tell you that it is very smooth and very nice. And then we get to the movies. Here's Netflix. The quality is good, but there is just something about the quality which just makes me feel like the quality is not that good. It's always been like that with Android systems for me, and on the iPad systems it just feels better for some reason. I don't know what it is, but overall there are no complaints here. The quality is good, it's a big display, the speakers are good, so movie watching really good there as well. Okay, so then we come to the question, do I recommend this device? I mean, it is great, the specs, they are top notch, but obviously you can't compete with the iPad right now when you have an Android system. I feel like Xiaomi, they are doing their best with the MIUI and their attempts to make the optimizations good, but obviously the iPad is just too dominant on the tablet market right now. But when you look at it, it has some great areas, the speakers, the display, like overall the experience surfing, video watching, playing games, especially playing games, they are really good. The problems I have is that now I only tested the basic apps, very famous apps. I feel like for a lot of other apps they won't be as well optimized for this device, unfortunately. And with the iPad, normally all apps you make for iPads, they are optimized for iPads. So that is big problems like all around in the Android tablet world. But overall I would recommend this device because it's not too expensive. It has top-notch specifications, and in some areas it is great. So I would recommend this, but always be aware that it can't compete with the iPad, but it does a really good job. Thank you for watching this review and my thoughts of the Xiaomi Pad 5. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.